Chapter 54. Both the Crouching Dragon and Hidden Phoenix are under my command. Chen Yuan felt his whole body trembling. Even the Crouching Dragon and Hidden Phoenix, originally referring to two great strategists in the Three Kingdoms period, now commonly used ironically to describe two people who are equally incompetent or ridiculous, would bow down in admiration. What an unparalleled genius Chen Donglai was! My dear Dad, you've made my facial features contort, and my three views shatter into pieces. Who can lend me a sword? I'll subdue this monster on the spot. Chen Donglai held his books in one hand, lifted his head slightly, and saw his son. Aren't you leaving? What are you standing around for? Chen Yuan hesitated for a second, but still thought that hitting his own dad with his own hands was absurd. He was afraid he might be struck by the mystical power of thunder, a humorous way to imply that acting against one's father would ink your divine retribution, reflecting traditional Chinese filial piety values. It's a good thing no one else heard that. Otherwise, all my dignity would be been ruined by you, my troublemaking dad. You need to take your studies more seriously. Chen Yuan shook his head, reached out, and patted his dad on the shoulder. Chen Donglai flew into a rage, lifting his textbook as if to hit the boy. Sensing trouble, Chen Yuan ran off as fast as he could. While running, he didn't forget to turn around and shout, "Just keep being naughty." Chen Donglai raised his hand, ready to throw the textbook, but he held back. By the way, how many poems are there in Gi Yuan Tianju anyway? The live stream chat exploded with laughter again. Ha ha. God Yuan, a nickname for Chen Yuan, showing netizens' admiration, is teasing his dad. This dad is so cute, I'm a fan now. A total fan. Lai Zi, a casual nickname for Chen Donglai. You're so bad at this. Gaga, Lai Zi has such a short temper. Chen Yuan went outside and headed straight for a car. It was already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was the perfect time to go back to the company and talk to Dong Jianguo about something. The taxi took him back to the company. When the security guard saw the boss return, he immediately stood at attention and saluted. Chen Yuan nodded. Good. You look full of energy. He turned and walked into the company. At that moment, Dong Jianguo was supervising the progress of the company cafeteria renovation. Lao Dong. Dong Jianguo turned around. When he saw it was his boss, he immediately broke into a smile. Chairman Zhao Chen, a respectful way to address Chen Yuan, who was young. Chen Yuan looked around. At this pace, the cafeteria would be ready for use in just a few days. Good, this is excellent. Chen Yuan nodded repeatedly, then turned to Dong Jianguo and said, You've done a great job. Come to my office with me. I have something to talk to you about. Dong Jianguo agreed, then turned to the construction foreman and said, Do a neat job. I'll be right back. In the small partitioned office, Dong Jianguo, ever observant, poured 2 cups of tea. Lao Dong, I plan to rename Penglai Games, Chen Yuan said. The name Penglai Games had been chosen by Dong Jianguo after Chen Yuan acquired the company. He always felt like it wasn't his own. Moreover, Penglai Games focused solely on games rather than pursuing diversified development at direction that didn't align with Chen Yuan's plans. Dong Jianguo's movements froze for a moment. Then he quickly figured it out. The company wasn't even his anymore, so the boss could rename it whatever he wanted, as long as the company grew stronger and his position as the second in command remained secure. That was all that mattered. What name do you want to change it to? Chairman Zhao Chen? Chen Yuan stroked his chin and thought for a moment. How about Yuan Shen Network? Dong Jianguo thought to himself, that's not good at all. It's obvious you just named it to please yourself. But what he thought and what he said were two different things. Dong Jianguo knew this well. What a great name! He slammed his hand on the table and stood up. Chen Yuan was startled. Is this guy going to bite me or something? Dong Jianguo clapped his hands. Truly a fantastic name. Chairman Zhao Chen. Let me explain why it's so good, he said, standing with his hands behind his back, striking a pose as if he were about to deliver an eloquent speech. First, Yuan meaning origin or source, symbolizes that the games our company creates will drive the entire gaming market. We will be the founders of a new era in gaming history. Second, Shen meaning God or divine shows that the games we produce are so extraordinary, so beyond everyone's imagination, that they will make the whole world go crazy for them. In the gaming industry, we will be the undisputed God. Third, the word network indicates our company's diversification. We don't just make games. We are also messengers of joy. At the same time, our company will bring more happiness to everyone, ensuring that this name is forever remembered. Yuan, Shen, Wang, Luo, the four characters of Yuan Shen Network in Chinese. Dong Jianguo leaned slightly forward, looking at Chen Yuan with utmost admiration. As the company's chairman, you worry day and night about the company's development. Even a small matter, like renaming the company, you handle it with such dedication. I'm ashamed of myself. It seemed like he was about to burst into tears the next second. Chen Yuan was stunned. This is incredible. Brother, your way of thinking is on par with Immortal Dong Lai, a mocking nickname for Chen Donglai. Could it be that I've gained both the Crouching Dragon and Hidden Phoenix under my command? I just named it that to satisfy myself. But after your passionate analysis, I feel like I'm about to ascend to heaven. What a talent! I even feel a little smug now. Chen Yuan leaned on the coffee table, momentarily at a loss for words. Dong Jianguo wiped his dry eyes with the sleeve of his suit, then sat back down in his chair. Don't worry, Chairman Zhao Chen, I support the company renaming 1000%. Chen Yuan regained his composure slightly. He picked up the teacup beside him and took a small sip, using the time to calm his confused mind. After putting down the cup, Chen Yuan looked at Dong Jianguo and said meaningfully, Lao Dong, you've surprised me again. Surprised? It's more like my eyes are about to pop out from shock. Dong Jianguo sat up straight. It's not that I've changed its stat under the radiance of a great leader like you. I've been transformed. Chen Yuan felt a slight headache. Where the hell do these cheesy lines come from? Chen Yuan waved his hand, a little helplessly. Lao Dong. Okay, V seen your literary skills and caliber. I'll leave the company renaming to you. Dong Jiangguo refilled Chen Yuan Scup. Don Tori. Chairman Zhao Chen I'll handle this matter perfect live for you. Although Dong Jiangguo was good with words, he also had real skills. Handing this matter to him would definitely be trouble-free. Chen Yuan nodded. By the way, all other departments have expanded their staff, so why has the marketing department made any moves? Currently, Yu was acting as the head of the marketing department. She was so busy that she didn't even have time to put on makeup. And every time she saw Chen Yuan, she would complain. She even said that if she could find a boyfriend, it would be because of the company's work, and that Chen Yuan owed her a boyfriend. Good heavens! With such a big blame being thrown at him, Chen Yuan couldn't handle it, so it was essential to let her focus solely on her original job as a graphic designer as soon as possible. Dong Jiangguo sat down, rubbed his hands together and said, "Well, the thing is, actually," seeing him hesitate, Chen Yuan slammed his hand on the coffee table, spit it out quickly. Dong Jiangguo hurried to explain, "I've already found the right person for the job. I'm used waiting for her to quit her current job and join us." Chen Yuan frowned. He already has someone in mind. Poaching talent is supposed to be good for the company. So why does Dong Jiangguo have that weird expression? There must be something fishy going on. When Dong Jiangguo saw Chen Yuan frown, he felt a sudden jolt of panic. And when Chen Yuan's gaze fell on his face, Dong Jiangguo felt an enormous pressure. After hesitating for a moment, Dong Jiangguo finally told the truth. "Actually, the person who's going to jump ship is my daughter." Chapter 55, contestant number 2, knows how to play the pity card. "Your daughter?" Chen Yuan leaned back in his chair, frowning again. Dong Jiangguo quickly explained, "Even though she's my daughter, I definitely didn't act out of favoritism. She's a postgraduate from a prestigious 985 university, similar to the Ivy League. Her published papers have even won international awards, and she used to work as the CEO of Feishu Network." Chen Yuan tapped his fingers on the desk. According to Dong Jiangguo, his daughter was indeed quite impressive. Feishu Network also focused mainly on games and was once among the top gaming companies in the country in this world. While other internet companies were losing money, Feishu Network still managed to maintain small profits. Of course, the success of a game didn't really on marketing it, depended more on solid reputation. Why didn't Heko Mekoli? It was a sharp question. Dong Jiangguo sold face flushed instantly. "I wanted her to come help me too, but she looked down on our small company back then." Realizing his words might not be accurate, he added, "To be honest, the company was really struggling when I was running it. So why does she want to switch jobs now? Our company has made such a big splash and built a great reputation in the industry. When my daughter found out, she took the initiative to ask me about it." Coincidentally, we're short-staffed here, so I thought I'd let her come and give it a try. Of course, she can forget about being CEO. I plan to let her gain experience in the marketing department first. Chen Yuan nodded. If that was the case, there was nothing wrong with her joining his company. After all, the company was indeed short of hands. What was her salary there? A CEO of a company, her salary must be quite high, not to mention various bonuses and even stocks. Knowing this would help him set a proper benchmark. 27,000 yuan a month. How much? Chen Yuan looked completely incredulous. How could a CEO of a listed company only earn less than 30,000 yuans a month? That was just over 300,000 yuans a year. Dong Jiangguo looked rather embarrassed. Chairman Zhao Chen, you know what the gaming industry is like. 27,000 yuan was almost the top salary in the gaming industry back then. Chen Yuan understood now. That explained why a proper CEO would be willing to take a director position at his company. Ultimately, it was because the benefits and salaries at other companies were too low. Even a director at his company could earn over 30,000 yuans a month, including performance bonuses and profit shares. Yet a full-fledged CEO only got 30,000 yuans a month elsewhere. He guessed even their boss didn't make much money. After thinking for a moment, Chen Yuan said to Dong Jiangguo, then tell her to come as soon as possible. Let her start by managing promotion work in the marketing department first. If she does well, I can consider creating a president position for her. A president position was basically equivalent to a CEO. Dong Jiangguo was overjoyed. Don't worry, Chairman Zhao Chen. It'll take at most 2 days. No, tomorrow? I'll get her here tomorrow, and you can personally assess her. If she's not up to standard, I'll kick her out without a second thought. He made such a firm promise, which showed how confident Lao Dong was in his daughter's abilities. All right, that's all for now. Hurry up and take care of these 2 things. Dong Jiangguo agreed, happily finished the tea in his cup, and then turned to leave. At tea that moment, the tens of thousands of viewers in the live stream were also discussing Dong Jiangguo's daughter and the company's name changed just now. Wow, look at that brown noser's ugly face. How good looking can his daughter be? God Yuan values ability, not beauty. You're all thinking too shallowly of our God Yuan. Support God Yuan. That brown noser is something Jilzilakim. T-esque. Your taste is really something. But by the way, the name Yuan Shen Network sounds pretty cool. My favorite God Yuan. I've given you all my gifts. Chen Yuan took out his phone and watched the live stream for a while, then interacted with the netizens for a bit. His fan count had now reached 1.5 million, and his reputation points had been steadily rising over the past few days, reaching 73,000. A 10 consecutive draw required 90,000 reputation points, which meant he was only 17,000 short. Chen Yuan couldn't help but feel a little eager after all. A 10 consecutive draw was guaranteed to yield good rewards. Glancing at the time, it was already 5 30 p.m. time for him to get off work. He stood up, straightened his waistcoat, then pushed open the door and walked out. On his way down, he ran into Yu, who was waiting for the elevator. Chen Yuan casually said, "Beauty, you off work already?" Yu glanced at her boss. "I'm going to the 5th floor platform to hand over the art design plan to them." Suddenly her expression changed, and she spoke in a cutesy tone. "Boss, how's they thing about finding me a boyfriend going?" Chen Yuan pulled a bitter face. "Asking me to find you a boyfriend?" He coughed. "I haven't found you a boyfriend yet, but I have found someone to take over your marketing work." Yu stepped into the elevator. "Boss, wanna come in and chat?" "No way! With you looking like you, Ray, desperate for a boyfriend. If I go in, you'll probably take advantage of me." "Nah, I'm going down." "You, Ray, going up." "I'll just wait for the next elevator." The security guards downstairs greeted him. "Good evening, Chairman Zhao Chen." It seemed this title had become popular in the company. Even the security guards were using it. Chen Yuan didn't mind. He just waved at the two of them. There seemed to be fewer taxis this evening. He originally wanted to use a ride-hailing app, but it showed the app was taken down, so he had no choice but to wait. After over 10 minutes, Chen Yuan finally got into a taxi. When he got home, his dad was already lying on the sofa, looking like a boneless maggot. Chen Yuan walked over and kicked Chen Donglai's scalp. "Used to being lazy, huh?" Chen Donglai sat up. "I'm tired, I need a break." Chen Yuan curled his lips. "Tired? I've been running around from morning till night for this family, and I never complain about being tired." With that, he plopped down on the sofa and stretched his arms. "So comfortable." Chen Donglai was stunned. That line sounds so familiar. Where have I heard it before? What are you staring at? Hurry up and go study. Chen Donglai snapped back to his senses, feeling like he was missing something. "Oh right, we haven't had dinner yet." This was the perfect excuse to take a break. But before he could feel happy for even a second, Chen Yuan took out his phone. I'm so tired today. Let's order takeout." Chen Donglai stood up dejectedly, grabbed his school bag, and walked to the study. Chen Yuan crossed his legs and opened the live stream app on his phone. Currently, the total votes for his live stream room no one had reached 37,000. Live stream room number 2, which belonged to Wang Mantong, had the lowest votes, only a little over 10,000. When Chen Yuan clicked into her stream, the little girl was crying. She looked extremely pitiful. "Woo! To join this reality show, I sold my favorite toys. I've been working so hard every day to earn money. Look, my skin has gotten all tanned, but my mom has a cold, and we don't have extra money to buy medicine. But I don't want to be eliminated like this, so I'm going to work even harder tomorrow." Chapter 56. Hello, Miss Dong, so pitiful. Yeah, really heartbreaking. Damn the program. Team, why aren't they helping her? Keep going, Mantong. We believe you can get through this. Such a good kid, you'll be a role model. What a downer. I was in a good mood until this happened. Screw it. I'm gonna watch Li Zuer. Instead, she's way more fun. Playing the pity card again. So annoying. Can't she just show some real skills? To get money for her mom's medical bills? It's all 4 votes. Only idiots would fall for this. Wang Mantong's pity act worked. A bunch of fans started sending votes her way. In no time, her 10,000 votes jumped to 15,000. Chen Yuan shook his head, then casually sent 1 vote, putting aside everything else. Her acting skills and this little performance were only worth 1 vote. Whoa, did I just see Chen Yuan from Live Room 1 send a vote here? I saw it too, he really sent one. Aren't you supposed to be generous? Why only 1 vote? T-esque. He must be here to humiliate our Mantong. 1 vote total humiliation. This guy sent a whole stack of votes to Live Room 3 this morning, but only 1 here. Who does he think he is? Don't go bashing him for no reason. I also think there's something off about Wang Mantong in Live Room 2. A cold isn't a big deal, adults can tough it out. She's making it sound way worse than it is. And honestly, her acting is only worth 1 yuan. Chen Yuan was about to leave the live room when his hand slipped and he sent another vote. Regretfully, he typed, "Sorry, that was an accident. My hand slipped." If he hadn't said anything, it might have passed, but this explanation only confirmed the 1 vote. Humiliation in everyone's minds. This is infuriating. What did our little Mantong ever do to you? Do you really have to humiliate her with 1 yuan? Damn it. Do you think we Mantong fans are poor? I'll send 1 yuan too just to show you. Get out of here. I'm gonna let the dogs loose. So fake. So damn fake. I'll send 1 yuan too to play along with this act. Chen Yuan didn't bother reading the comments in Live Room 2 anymore. He exited and opened Live Room 3 directly. Li Zuer was dressed in an extremely cute outfit today. A pink miniskirt, long white stockings, a pink hair clip, and 2 bouncy ponytails on either side of her head. Today I'm gonna dance for everyone. It's a new dance I learned called Dong Dong Dong, a playful onomatopoeia, often used to describe a lively, bouncing rhythm. Wanna know what a Dong 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 is? Well, Dong 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 is just Dong Dong Dong. With that, she started jumping up and down, her ponytails bouncing along with her. The only downside was that she was still young, so she barely had any curves. Even so, the guys in the live room were cheering like crazy. Votes kept flying in, piling up on the counter. Her popularity votes had already reached 360,000, far surpassing Chen Yuan in Live Room 1 and Wang Mantong in Live Room 2. Okay, I'm done joking. Now, let's start the dance for real. The little girl took a few steps back and began her energetic dance. Her cute outfit, fresh face, and naturally long legs made the live room atmosphere explosive. Chen Yuan was so entertained that he couldn't help but tap on the recharge button. Chen Yuan is cheering, sending a whole stack of votes to Li Zuer. Whoa, this guy's here again. Brothers, fetch my 40-meter long sword. You're everywhere. Everywhere. What the hell? Boss, you race spending money on your competitor. Care to explain what that means? Do I even need to say it? This is blatant humiliation. Brothers, grab your weapons. Chen Yuan ignored the haters. He already turned off the comments. This wasn't like reading a novel, where comments were either from talented people or funny folks. The comments in these reality show live streams would only lower your IQ. Li Zhu really had talent for dancing. Her graceful little movements had a unique charm to them. Great dance. Fans from our live room 1 can come check out live room 3 too, Chen Yuan said to the drone, then turned his attention back to his phone. Nice move, this is awesome. I'm having a great time. Here, take these votes as a reward. In a great mood, Chen Yuan didn't hold back. He sent another whole stack of votes. He was enjoying the show when he heard a knock on the door. Chen Yuan put down his phone and opened it. It was Teacher Song. Teacher Song. Where's Chen Donglai? Chen Yuan let her in, closed the door, and pointed to the study. Li Z's already waiting for you in the study. Teacher Song froze for a second, confused. Li Z, oops, he slipped up and used the casual nickname. That's my dad. He's in the study. Chen Yuan corrected. Teacher Song let out a knowing "oh," gave Chen Yuan a strange look, and then walked into the study. Chen Yuan turned around and was about to sit on the sofa when there was another knock on the door. This time it must be the takeout. He opened the door and sure enough, it was the delivery guy. Your takeout, the guy said. The experienced delivery driver noticed Chen Yuan was holding a phone and saw there was a lot of takeout, so he offered to bring it to the dining table. This guy's pretty nice, Chen Yuan thought. He was in tone to be sting either. Thanks for the trouble. Here's a tip. The delivery guy stared at the 100 yuan bill, a red banknote, hence often called Red Bull in slang, in Chen Yuan's hand, too shocked to take it. He'd received tips before, but usually small ones, like when he helped a customer pick up a pack of cigarettes. But getting a 100 yuan tip just for doing his basic job, that's okay, sir. It's my job to do this. Chen Yuan stuffed the money into his pocket. It's fine. You work hard too. As the delivery guy thanked him profusely, Chen Yuan closed the door. His dad was busy studying, so he didn't want to disturb him. Chen Yuan laid out the takeout on the table and started eating alone. Chen Yuan had gotten into the habit of waking up at 6 a.m. After washing up, he put on his sportswear and went for Aran. When he got back home, he ran into Chen Donglai, who had a fried dough stick in his mouth, one hand putting on his school uniform, and the other carrying his school bag, dashing out the door. He was in such a hurry that he almost bumped into Chen Yuan, who was walking into the stairwell. Hey, how old are you? Slow down, Chen Yuan said. Chen Donglai turned his head, glared at him, mumbled something unintelligible, threw the fried dough stick, and rushed out of the building. Chen Yuan craned his neck to watch his dad. Spack. Watch out for cars on the road. He shook his head. Such a handful. Back home he ate some breakfast, took a shower, changed into another small suit, and then left the community. When he arrived at the company, Chen Yuan went straight to his office on the 4th floor. He'd only been sitting for a few minutes when Dong Jiangguo came scurrying over. Chairman Zhao Chen. Chen Yuan looked up. Lao Dong, take a seat. Dong Jiangguo waved his hand, grinning. My daughter's already outside. Do you want to interview her now? Chen Yuan raised an eyebrow. Sure, let her come in. Dong Jiangguo nodded and hurried outside. The boss wants to see you. Chen Yuan took the chance to straighten his suit. When he looked up slightly, the first thing he saw was a pair of fair, long legs.